so basic bodyweight bridge. So I'm going to show you first variation with feet on the floor, and then progression, which would be considering you can actually push from that position with feet elevated, okay, just to improve that thoracic upper back mobility and shoulder flexibility, which is quite useful for handstands and so on. So as this is going to be quite intense on the wrist, make sure you have warmed up your wrist at least a little bit with some wrist circles, and then maybe just a few reps of putting some pressure on your hands in this position, various directions, okay? Top of the hand as well. So you're not directly just pushing into the bridge, okay? So variation number 1 from the floor would be this. I'll show you from this direction. Okay, so the closer your hands are towards your feet, the harder this is going to be. So what you want to do first is placing your hands, make sure the floor, the surface you have is fairly grippy so it's not sliding. You're going to place your hands, fingers pointing towards your shoulders. Okay, so from here, depending on your mobility of your hips and your shoulders, you're first going to push through your shoulders, through your hands and through your feet. You can go on your forehead first, not forehead, sorry, your top of your head. And from here, you're going to notice probably majority of your weight is still in your legs. From here, ideally, you want to push up and then you're going to go towards this direction. So intention is to straighten your legs and push in that direction. So I'm not really warmed up right now. I did some strength before this. So my bridge is not that good unless I warm up. So each rep should look something like this. So rather than them doing that gradual push on your forehead, think about pushing straight away up in that position. Elbows should be as straight as you can make them, okay? So each rep should look something like this. So from here, 3, 2, 1. Push up. You can tuck your chin to the chest to make it a bit easier. Down. Each push up, you want to pause for a few moments. In order to feel the more stretch and the push through your upper spine, there's a really good cue, and that's, again, depending on your strength and flexibility, to push through your knee, push through your legs, so try to straighten your legs. And just by focusing on that is going to make you push in that direction even more, okay? So let me try again. 3, 2, 1. Push. Pausing for 3, 2, 1. Coming down, maybe pausing for a second or two. And again, push. Each time I'm trying to push a little bit more in this direction, okay? Engaging my lower back muscles, my glutes, and my shoulders predominantly, okay? So if you want to make this harder, and simultaneously it's going to be quite useful to work on this to improve even further upper back mobility, you can do this exact same motion with keeping your feet elevated. So elevated meaning putting on a chair, in a box, maybe even on a couple of yoga blocks could also work well. Just make sure it's fairly stable, okay? Put it against the wall. This might now require a bit more initial push, more strength when you go upwards, so be mindful of that. Okay, so 3, 2, 1, push up, and then from here, having your feet elevated is going to actually help you to push even more through your legs, even more towards the wall in this position, even more from your upper spine and your shoulders. But the actual push might be a bit harder to do. So maybe when you're doing feet elevated, rather than going all the way down, each rep, try to place the weight on your top of your head, okay? Gently, with still having some weight in your hands. So each rep should look like this. Pushing up, holding 3, 2, 1, gently tapping down, going up 3, 2, 1, and so on. just be mindful of your wrists and be mindful every time when you go down to make it with control.